So, like, I have to begrudge a certain baseline level of respect to anybody who manages to pull off a Roger Ackroyd gambit. Which is not really a thing I can go into exhaustive
This
detail on,
can't
because
be
that would require
happening.
spoiling a lot of plot.
What should I
But,
do?
no.
Where is everyone?
They managed to do a thing where the protagonist was secretly evil all along, and kept it from us. But also, at the same time, and this is a thing that I'm getting hung up on, they string us along
What's wrong?
in this weird metatext gambit, where we are literally also a character and literally also get fooled, as well as us, the player. And I don't know how I feel about that.
Did
Well,
call out to me?
The good news, I guess, I don't know.
I can feel you doing the air quotes when you say good.
Let me rephrase that. What of the consequence, let's say, of them going for this plot twist and building in this whole thing where we are a character in the game is that at the end of the day, we are the main character, not Callus. And that means that it's time for our story to continue with a different protagonist.
If you're there, please come to me. Don't leave me alone. I have to do something. I can't just leave Callus. Please, give me strength.
Yes, maybe reconsider that one, Xelha.
One thing I definitely do know how I feel about is that they really couldn't have managed to make this to disc transition. Like, they couldn't have cut something. There were, like, 5 or 6 largely pointless, interminable plot sequences that they could have just cut. Like, couldn't we have lost the Haunted Library to make room just to fit that into the end of Disc 1? Like, just a little bit.
I mean, I have my doubts as to whether or not Disc 1 is even full.
Isn't it?
Like, I'm pretty sure that it's one of those things where they were just like, it's about halfway, we're gonna cut it there.
I hear you.
Anyway, one touch I do really like is that until you actually bomb to Xelha, the screen is all fuzzy because you've been detached from the world.
Rudimentary visual effects.
Warm light, deep down inside me.
I feel like this is where they could have started leveraging the voice filter thing just a little bit. But they're just gonna keep on going with this. Oh, this is just how it is when people talk to you. They just sound like they're talking through a tin can. This is just normal. Please don't think about budget. Hang on. Did we just blow up that door?
We absolutely just blew up that door.
Why? Ow.
Well, because Xelha now has the power of the Guardian Spirit, and she can now pull bullshit out of her ass.
Okay. Sure.
Welcome to the wild new world of Xelha as the main character.
I mean, I feel like I'm gonna regret asking this, but is there actually a lot of difference?
No. There is literally no difference. The only difference is who gets to do the bullshit.
Hey, cool, okay. Like, I don't know. Like I said, they achieve a certain baseline level of respect for pulling off a twist, but now they've done it. They get a couple minutes in which they get to feel smart for pulling one over on us. Okay, now we gotta go somewhere with this. I mean, I'll grant it's only been 5 minutes since we actually started this, so there's still time. I'm just saying, there better be something.
It came from over there.
Something more meaningful than just, like, having a different model on the thing that we move around with the control stick.
Well, go have a look.
I mean, hell, I'll be reasonably happy with just having a slightly different dynamic our main character being a complete dick.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, that is the immediate and most obvious change, is that now we have a character who is not a raging psychopath as our avatar in this world.
Yeah, instead we've just got a JRPG protagonist. And I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I'm always a fan of when games do the thing where, like, hey, you're the straight, and now here's the JRPG party. With, like, the JRPG protagonist. And they did all that, and now we're just playing as the protagonist.
Please follow us.
Well,
Where are my friends?
I mean, maybe not quite that straightforward. As it turns out, Xelha has some secrets of her own.
For now,
Oh, good.
concentrate on our means of escape.
She's gone. The girl got away.
Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, there was absolutely no security other than a door which we effortlessly destroyed. Anyway, I guess we're also just riding this thing out of here. Okay.
Should the white-winged darkness alight
This doesn't
upon
really
us,
register with me
the
anymore.
world would disappear without a sound, swallowed by a maelstrom of chaos.
Hey, player. Did you figure it out? Do you know what the White-Winged Darkness is now?
Holy shit, it's Callus! I had no idea. I have literally only just figured this out now. This definitely hadn't occurred to me about 10 or so videos ago when the first time we heard whatever the hell that was.
I promise.
How long ago was it? I can't actually remember.
Well, I think we heard that particular prophecy back in Mira, so yeah, like 5, 10-ish videos ago.
I'm relieved to see you safe and sound, Xelha.
Anyway, no one is going to question why we just flew up to a Niue port on our giant
I
dragon.
failed you all.
Don't talk like that, Xelha. You did all you could.
You did more than anyone else could have. For that, you have my thanks.
Anyway, we're all
Out
fucked
there
now.
is not your fault. You should.
Oh, we're all so fucked right now.
Is that clear, Xelha? Yes, Your Highness. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, see, now we get to talk to each of them and have our own personalized pity party.
Melodia and her men seem to have brought the Imperial capital, Mintaka, under their control.
The Danganronpa school of long
Minions of the dark
cutscene
poured
dialogue
into the world
advancements.
through a dimensional vortex.
Just
Their only
stop in the
attackers
middle
are
and
small
make the
groups,
player interact with
causing
the only
havoc
thing in
nonetheless.
frame. Again.
Luckily, our ample defensive preparation has kept the damage to a minimum. The three witches have been helping us counter as well. Lord Rodolfo of Sadal Sud has holed himself up in his mansion, in a state of panic, no doubt.
Which is understandable in a way, given the circumstances.
I mean, yeah, everything's fucked, so...
This is all my fault. I never imagined that my Melodia, of all people, would have such horrible ambitions. Surely I'm to blame for this mess.
I mean,
know
I venture
no
that
apology
she is.
befitting such an oversight. Yet I ask your forgiveness.
Look, what 17-year-old girl hasn't sat down and gone, you know what?
Time for lament and regret.
I should summon an ancient evil god and control it to end the world.
We will have plenty of time for mourning and reflection, should we survive and prevail.
The Queen's words ring true. We must join forces and resolve this crisis as soon as possible. We have no time for feelings of guilt, Duke Calbrin.
I understand. I must get Melodia to realize the destructive consequences of her actions. I promise to do
I
my
don't know, I feel
utmost.
like she has a pretty solid grip on the destructive consequences of her actions.
Pretty sure the destructive consequences of what she's doing is exactly why she's doing
The
them.
poor Hydra
But,
has
you know,
been
maybe that's
savaged
just me.
thus far. Most likely because the seals on the End Magnus have not been completely removed, and Malpercio has yet to be fully awakened. The End Magnus contained the power of 5 ancient gods. Releasing this power is not an easy task.
We must act immediately, for soon Malpercio will be fully awake, and his minions in Core Hydra Castle may launch a full-fledged attack.
Indeed. That we will have to see to.
Yeah, we
Still,
should probably, like,
I wonder
do
how
something
Melodia
about that,
intends
right?
to release the End Magnus. She would need powers rivaling those sealed within. Who in the world would have that kind of power?
Well, I can think of somebody, but I'm pretty sure he cast us out, so...
Xelha, go and rescue your friends. The sooner the better.
Queen Corellia is right. We can't leave them in the enemy's clutches.
Yes, Your Highness.
The appearance of the
You-
Core Hydra.
you guys gonna
suggests
provide
an
any
interdimensional
help?
cracks, 5 in
Or...
all, near each island. We have received sightings of ships from Mintaka heading for each of the
Wow,
cracks.
5-dimensional cracks around the
More
5
planes
islands.
were likely taken on board those
Hmm.
ships, and are probably held in or around the cracks.
Wow.
Xelha, regretfully, we cannot spare any troops to aid you in the rescue. I wish it was otherwise.
Like, this thing is
I
at this
understand,
point
Your
more or
Highness.
less the entire mission,
I'll
but
be fine.
no, there's no one, sorry, we just don't have
By
anybody.
yourself. Are you sure, Xelha?
It's okay,
I
though.
am, Your
We have the
Majesty.
power of
My
friendship on our
guardian
side.
spirit will accompany me.
And also a bullshit plot spirit attached
I
to
see.
us.
So the Guardian Spirit is with you now.
Man, those extra-dimensional
We
gods
wish you
aren't
a
gonna know
safe
what hit
return.
them.
Please be careful.
I will, Your Highness. I'll be back as soon as I can.
This is a great plan.
An excellent plan. Almost as good as our one to invade the Empire.
Almost.
We'll just send this girl with some slight magical power off on her own to these 5 interdimensional cracks that were created by an actual literal god. You know, no big deal. She's got this.
I mean, man, when you lay it all out like that, it actually sounds kind of possible. Anyway, I'm sure we're gonna get distracted by like 50 new side quests first, right? Like, if I believe in anything, I believe that, you know, the impending end of the world and the appearance of extra-dimensional gods is not gonna distract that one guy from wanting to find his family.
Oh, my friend. There are people that we couldn't get for his family until now.
I believe nothing else.
Because now that we have finally summoned the ancient gods and their castle of demons, we have free access to the world map now.
Hell yeah.
So let's just start from the top, shall we?
Right, yes, the top.
From where we started, you know what I mean.